Hello boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is Undertale of course, and welcome back to another World of Tanks episode. This time we're taking a look at the Tier 9 medium French tank, the BC-25T AP, or I believe the correct way of saying it is like Bachatillon or something like that. I am so sorry French people, please don't hate me, your language is hard to pronounce, okay, or at least this tank's name is hard to pronounce. Maybe someone pronounced it for me, it would be easier, but it's like Chatillon, Bad Chatillon maybe. Yeah, that might be it. Never mind, this tank has been changed quite a lot actually, or not quite a lot, but the appearance of it. This tank used to be very wide, very high and very tall as well, and kind of looked like a loaf of bread, to be honest. Kind of looked like one of those early like tier 6 or tier 5 American heavy tanks, like literally like a loaf of bread with a small little cannon turret on top of it. But now it's been changed. I don't know when. It was changed before I started playing again. I think I stopped playing like 6 months ago or something like that, the last time I stopped playing World of Tanks and got sick of it. And it is way more enjoyable to play now, that is for sure, because it's so much smaller. It's more like an AMX 3090 or one of the other predecessors to this tank. It's very nice to play. However though, extremely hard to get a Master's Badge on it. I've only gotten 2 Master's Badges ever on this tank, and I'm sad to say this is probably the best one, even though I do very little spotting damage. This tank though, however, is great for doing spotting damage, even as a medium tank at tier 9. If you have a good camo crew, a camo net, and that kind of stuff, you can stay hidden in bushes for quite some time, spotting enemies, making sure the team does a lot of damage thanks to your assistance, and that is always awesome to have. Plus, you have a great deal of damage to deal with this auto-loading cannon. It's quite nice actually. You got 6 shells in the magazine. It takes about 2.7 seconds to reload each shell, meaning that it will take about, what is it, 13-14 seconds, maybe 15 to shoot all of 6 shells, since obviously the first shell only takes like a millisecond to shoot, but then second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth you have to wait 2.5 seconds, or what is it, 2.7 seconds between. And 2.7 seconds is a little bit long. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. It is a little bit too long between the shots in my personal opinion, because that means that most other medium tanks will still get about 3 shots off on you and do at least 600 damage, and pretty much the same thing with heavy tanks, since most heavy tanks only take about 9 to 13 seconds to reload at this tier, and still do like 300-400 damage per shell. So you can get a lot of damage on you quickly if you try to pump out all 6 shells at the same time. You need to be a little bit more strategical, if you know what I mean. The shells do 300 alpha damage on average. You can potentially do about 1800 damage in those 15 seconds though, so that ain't that bad. That is quite enjoyable. And you got a standard pen of 230, which is very good for a medium tank at tier 9. Only a couple have more, to be honest. A lot of them have less, like especially Russian tanks have less at tier 9. And the premium ammunition does about, what is it, 260 pen, which is not too bad either. I go with 3 magazines of standard ammunition and 2 with premium, just because I noticed that you usually need the premium at the end of the match. 30 more penetration won't do that much, but it might make sure you can, like for example, shoot a tank straight from the front, even if they angle a little bit and that kind of stuff, you know, so it feels kind of good to do it. Managed to track the E75, but I don't pen, sadly, but it's okay. I go for another track on him just to make sure he can't really go after me, and then I go for 1 body shot, and then I go hide, and then I notice this T-34, which I know I can kill. I have enough shells for it. Sadly, I miss one, so now I have to hit both the others. I do though luckily get rid of him. Now I have 45 seconds to wait until I get my 6 other shells, and I have 186 HP left, which is not great. So now I try to keep the E75 busy with trying to shoot me, and he falls for it completely, so my VK can actually finish him off, which makes it a lot easier to go after this IS-3 3 versus 1, obviously. He's almost full health, though, battling a a light tank, the T54 lightweight, I believe. But I only have a couple of seconds left on my reload, and now it's the premium shells, and there's no way this guy is gonna bounce any of them. Probably not even if I would shoot him straight from the front at a bad angle, because sure, the IS-3 has good armor, but not when you have 260 pen, and not this close. So I finish him off real quickly, making a total of 5,300 damage so far in the match, and 3 kills. Not bad. Now I notice, oh, we're actually doing really well. It's 5 versus 4. However, though, it is a 2 versus 3 over there, and now it's a 1 versus 3, meaning that I go for a quick reload because I want to have 6 shells when they come rolling down that hill towards my position and my friendlies. But I also make sure to quickly start moving and using that awesome top speed to get myself in a good position where I can spot the enemy tanks early and kind of give a nice warning to my friendlies so they can get some nice shots off. I try to find myself a nice angle, since you have absolutely no gun depression pretty much on this tank. You need to situate yourself in a nice place, and I make sure that I can spot them so they can't go to the cap circle behind me without me spotting them. I spot the M46KR, he spots me as well though, sadly. First shell bounces on his mantle, sad face panda. He's coming around though again. Oh, nice. I think I even track him there, doing a 350 damage. I get one more into him. But sadly, he somehow gets that miracle shot off and gets me. But I did 645 damage to him. A total of 6,005 damage so far this match. And 3 kills. That is not too bad. Right now it's a 3 versus 1 though. Or 3 versus 2. However, their AMX 1390, which is actually a pretty good player, like the only Apple on their team, whilst we have pretty much 4 apples. One of them was in a very low tier tank, though, so he couldn't do much. But right now it's gonna be a little bit shifted. The VK here is a 1 versus 2 situation. The T54 lightweight is thinking about capping, I think. He's just standing still, but he really needs to hurry the fuck up and get over here and help out quickly. He might have a shooting solution though on the M46KR. Sadly though, the VK gets ambushed from behind by the Patton. I actually told him in chat, you can't see that in this replay for some reason, but I told him in chat that he should shoot at the Patton whilst he had the chance and the Patton was in the open, but he did not. However though, the lightweight has 700 HP left and it's a 1 versus 1. There's no way in hell that Patton's gonna win, especially if he goes forward like that, like a moron. Oh my god, nice. We got a sweet win. I could have done better though, I think, but at least I finally got that Master's Badge. A Fire for Effect, Bruiser, and also high caliber. 753 damage done to my assistants, and 1377. Oh, if I just got 40 less, that would have been nice. As always, thank you guys so very much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.